The day the fires broke, the sky was a scarlet sea. We stood on burning ground, just you and me. Heat humming through the air, ash like falling snow. The world aflame, but still love tried to grow. The river ran dry, but your hands held mine. We built a shelter from the chaos and the grind. Smoke in our lungs, but hope in our eyes. Counting every star in the burning skies. Through cracks in the ruin we found small light. Words flying like amber sparked in the night. Stopped its raging, but the scars remain. Every burnt tree tells a story of pain. Yet here in the smolder, new roots will form. Love's not just a fire, it's a quiet storm. From charred ground, a new song to sing. Lessons learned from everything. When the flames settle down and the silence comes near, what love left behind is louder than fear. In the ash and the rust we'll find our way, holding on tight to the break of day. When the flames settle down and the silence comes near, what love left behind is louder than fear. In the ash and the rust we'll find our way, holding on tight to the break of day. So when the flames settle and the world stands still, our love's the ember no fire can kill. The porch lights flickering, another restless night. Dusty boots by the door, memories tight. Remember that summer when fields burned gold, you and me chasing fireflies, fearless and bold. smile was borrowed, every moment lost. We danced on the edge, neither wanting to fall. Hearts running wild, but caught in the brawl. What love cost us before we started to break, the cracks that grew with every promise we'd fake. Two souls spinning fast on a rusted old card. We counted the price tag on our heartstrings apart. The winter brought silence, cold and unkind. Words that once warmed us now blew in the wind behind. I see your picture framed in a dusty old room, fading like the daylight, swallowed by the gloom. We held on to memories that no longer stayed, lost in the stories the past had portrayed. What love cost us before we started to break, the cracks that grew with every promise we'd fake. Two souls spinning fast on a rusted old card. We counted the price tag on our heartstrings apart. If I could go back to that warm, reckless time, trade all the hurt for a laugh, a simple rhyme. But some lessons come with a price you pay alone, and I'm standing here now, feeling it in my bones. What love cost us before we started to break, the cracks that grew with every promise we'd fake. Two souls spinning fast on a rusted old card. We counted the price tag on our heartstrings apart. So here's to the story we both lived through, a love that cost more than either of us knew. And though we're apart, the lesson remains. Love's price is hard, but worth all the pains. The sun peeks softly through the blinds, coffee brews, you're still in my mind. Remember when the road got rough, and every step just wasn't enough. We wore our scars beneath our skin, but morning's where the hope begins. Took a while to find the light inside, but it never really left your side. There's morning light in your eyes, like the promise of a brand new sky. After all the storms we've been through, that sparks the truth I hold on to in every glance. A brighter day, hope's untold stories through tired hands, built dreams on shifting sands. But now your gaze sees clear and wide, like fields where golden hearts reside. Took a while to let the past unwind, but those eyes, they never lost their shine. There's morning light in your eyes, like the promise of a brand new sky. After all the storms we've been through, that sparks the truth I hold on to. In every glance, a brighter day, hope's been living there all the way. No need for words when the silence speaks. In every look, the courage we seek. Years may bend the road we take, but that light's the dawn we both awake. There's morning light in your eyes, like the promise of a brand new sky. After all the storms we've been through, that sparks the truth I hold on to. In every glance, a brighter day, hope's been living there all the way. So here's to mornings yet to come, and the hope that shines like the rising sun. Driving down these worn out lines, miles behind, but you're on my mind. Maps all torn and stained with clues. Every path I take pulls back to you. Dust kicks up from a gravel road. Old truck comes my private own. Review shows a fading light, but I swear you're near tonight. Crossing rivers that never freeze, walking through these memories. I swear I hear your laughing tune, calling me like a favorite tune. Every road led back to you, through every storm I always knew. No matter where I ended up, my heart rolled like an empty cup. At the edge of forever's line, you and me, sand and pine. Every mile, twist and bend, circles back. You're my journey's end. Sunsets melting into gold, telling stories left untold. Old cafe on Main, neon blue, where you smiled and time just flew. Lonesome roads that stretch and bend, lead me back to you again. Your voice rides the restless breeze in every rustling oak and tree. Every road led back to you, through every storm I always a fading light. No need to run, no need to hide. You're the compass on this endless ride. Every road led back to you. Through every storm I always knew. No matter where I ended up, my heart rolled like an empty cup. At the edge of forever's line, you and me, sand and pine. Every mile, twist and bend, circles back. You're my journey's end. So here I stand where it all began. Every road, every plan led me home, right back to you, where forever feels brand new. Morning breaks with a stiff breeze, dust dancing down old dirt roads. Your worn boots by the doorway, and hands that never let go. We've been through fire, and we've been through rain. Broken promises, tangled in pain. But here in the silence, where hearts still fight, I see the stars that don't fade out at night. No easy roads, no magic ends, just holding on through the bends. I'm fighting for us again, till the last breath we get, through every storm and every sunset. This isn't just a moment, it's a story we defend. I'm standing right here, fighting for us again. Your eyes tell a story of battles fought, words unsaid but never forgot. In the kitchen light you meet my gaze, a quiet vow that never strays. We're weathered, worn, but not undone. Two hearts racing, beating as one. I'm fighting for us again, till the last breath we get, through every storm and every sunset. This night's quiet, porch light flickering like old memories. Two glasses on the table, half full or half empty. We met in the middle of a worn back road, where the corn grows tall and secrets are told. You wore a smile that didn't quite reach your eyes, and I was a man chasing stars in your skies. We were made for silence, or easy days, more like thunder in storms and wild tangled ways. But here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts in the pale moonlight. We were never easy, but we're still standing near, step by step, slow dance on a tightrope here. You called me out on every foolish mistake. I saw the cracks but never chose to break. We painted the walls with colors too bold, a story untamed, never did what we're told. No, we weren't perfect, never played the part, but you kept the fire burning deep in my heart. But here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts in the pale moonlight. We were never easy, but we're still standing near, step by step, slow dance on a tightrope here. Sometimes the wind tried to knock us down, but love's a road with uneven ground. We caught each other when we fell apart, still two souls bound by a reckless heart. Here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts in the pale moonlight. We were never easy, no, but we somehow steer, step by step, slow dance on a tightrope here. The night fades slow, but we don't disappear. Not perfect, not easy, still standing near. Soft light breaks through the kitchen blinds, and coffee cup with lipstick stains reminds me of the nights we barely spoke, words falling silent like the smoke. Remember that old porch swing creaking under rain. We laugh about our troubles, even when they came. Now the boards are cracked and weathered, just like this heart, trying to hold the pieces when everything falls apart. But somewhere in the quiet, I still hear your sigh, fighting through the fractures where we once touched the sky. We're fighting for us again between these broken lines, the love that's been and bruised but never left behind, picking up the pieces scattered on the floor, running through the cracks, hoping to find more. That cracked front step where you left last fall's shoes, I trace the scuff marks like I'm reading through the clues. Every scar's a story, every silence says a lie. We build walls in the distance, now I'm trying to knock in the space between our words. A stubborn flame still burns, 'cause even cracked pavement holds the past we've earned. We're fighting for us again between these broken lines, the love that's been and bruised but never left behind, picking up the pieces scattered on the floor, running through the cracks, hoping to find more. I know it's messy, tangled like the roots beneath, but I'm not ready to let go, not ready for defeat. If we're gonna fall, let it be holding hands tight, taking one more chance in the fading light. We're fighting for us again between these broken lines, the love that's been and bruised but never left behind, picking up the pieces scattered on the floor, running through the cracks to find what we're fighting for. Lines on broken sidewalks, stories warm but true. I'm still walking back to find my way to you. Ticks past the quiet hour, coffee cups and candle power. We sit so still, the world drifts slow in this small room we both know. Remember that rain that soaked us cold, running down the old dirt road. Laughed so hard, hearts open wide, like we had nothing left to hide. But feelings shift like rolling tides, words we said and tears we've cried. Yet here we are, no need to speak. The strongest bond is sometimes meek. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. So hold my hand, don't break the chain. Let midnight pass and ease the pain. rusty frames from long before. Your tired smile and morning's light keeps me close through endless night. We've stumbled through those darker days, but still we find a gentle way to stay right here, to stand so strong. Keep holding on where we belong. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. So hold my hand, don't break the chain. Let midnight pass and ease the pain. No promises made or broken, just silence that's softly spoken. Two hearts tied by ropes so thin, we stay the course through thick and thin. The night we stay, if we don't let go, hold tight to what we used to know. Through every fight, through every tear, love's not gone, it's standing near. So hold my hand, don't break the chain. Let midnight pass and ease the pain. Together here as dawn will break. The night we stay, for love's own sake. The road was long and the night was cold. We stood at the edge, stories untold. There was a time when words fell thin, like empty bottles tossed in the wind. We walked past the crossroads, eyes down and dry, silent promises lost, no one asked why. But in the quiet moments beneath the sky so wide, something held us steady, though we wanted to hide. These tracks we left unmarked behind the fence, where love almost slipped through, breaking common sense. But here we are, standing on broken ground, finding the pieces where hope can be found. Morning came slow, with colors undone. We carried the weight of what might have been done. Hands once so gentle, now rough with regret, but the fire still flickers, not ready to forget. In the silence between, a new beat could rise if we listen carefully beyond the goodbye. that feel honest and true. Started on a Friday, old truck rolling slow. I heard your name in a singer's tune down at the show. Every word, every line, it pulled me back in time, like your song was telling tales written just for mine. Main Street Cafe where the neon lights bleed, coffee cup steam rising slow as my heart agreed. The jukebox spun about heartbreak and fate, but every song seemed to carry your name in its weight. Can't tell if it's chance or the stars up above, but you're the chorus in a melody I'm still dreaming of. I hear your name in every song one more time, like a story written in the chords and the rhymes. No matter the in my hair, radio's playing songs that remind me you're not there. Through every place my fingers tap the strings, your name's a gentle fire that forever sings, like a river flowing through my worn out jeans. Your voice floats over hills and in between sings. I hear your name in every song one more time, like a story written in the chords and the rhymes. No matter the melody, no matter the line, you light up the verse. You're my sweetest sign. Maybe it's madness, or perhaps it's fate's tune, that I keep finding you beneath every moon. Songs on the radio, strangers I don't know, carrying your laughter wherever they go. I hear your name in every song one more time, like a story written in the chords and the rhymes. No matter the melody, no matter the line, you light up the verse. You're my sweetest sign. So I'll keep chasing tunes and driving past the dawn, listening for your name in every song. wasn't gold, just worn out shoes. We didn't have the money, but we paid our dues. Beneath the canvas of endless blue, something kept us holding through. The rent was late, but you held my hand, counting coins from a tired stand. Old pickup truck barely ran, still we dreamed where the fields expand. The bills got thicker than the summer heat, but the stars above wouldn't skip a beat. We talked about places we'd never been, found hope in the cracks, not the places we'd been pinned. We broke in pieces, cracked but whole, under the same sky, living soul to soul. No diamonds, no silver, no golden prize, just the stretch of that big blue right before our eyes. Nights in the kitchen with light from the street, a worn out table and two folding seats, sharing silence where words fell thin. In broken places we found where to begin. Dreams weren't priced, they were set free, like the wind that ran through that cotton tree. Held tight our dreams, fragile and small, under one sky. We had it all. We broke in pieces, cracked but whole, under the same sky, living soul to soul. No diamonds, no silver, no golden prize, just the stretch of that big blue right before our eyes. And maybe we're not made for shiny things, but in the quiet moments our melody sings. Two hearts stitched with common thread and worn out shoes, forward we've tread. We broke in pieces, cracked but whole, under the same sky, living soul to soul. No diamonds, no silver, no golden prize, just the stretch of that big blue right before our eyes. We didn't need fortune to get us by, just the hope that lives under the same sky. The road was long, the night was cold, no words were shared, but stories told Beneath that sky, so deep and vast, we found our strength to hold on fast. Remember when the silence grew, a heavy weight between me and you. The questions hung like morning mist, yet still we clenched our fists and kissed. Through every doubt that tried to break, we found the will, no hearts to fake. The quiet times gave way to trust in every breath, in every hush. We stood our ground when no one spoke, built bridges strong from words unbroke. The world fell quiet, but we found out love's loudest voice is standing proud. In rooms where silence screamed the loudest, our hearts made music, brave and proudest. Each glance a sentence, each touch a tale. We navigated every gale. Through every doubt that tried to break, we found the will, no hearts to fake. The quiet times gave way to trust in every breath, in every hush. We stood our ground when no one spoke, built bridges strong from words unbroke. The world fell quiet, but we found out love's loudest voice is standing proud. No need for words that fall like rain. Our hearts beat loud inside the pain. Beyond the silence, past the doubt, we're standing tall. We figured out. We stood our ground when no one spoke, built bridges strong from words unbroke. The world fell quiet, but we found out love's loudest voice is standing proud. The silence broke, not with a shout, but with the strength we pulled about. We survived, we thrived, no doubt, standing tall when the world was quiet. Porch light flickers low, the night wears on its skin. Crickets sing the memories we can't begin to spin. You traced your name on fogged up glass like we were still okay, but the glass cracked just like our plans and slowly slipped away. The coffee's cold, I'm staring out, a photograph's worn thin. All the words we never spoke are where the silence begins. We built our castle out of sand, and tides don't wait for love. Between the cracks, the water ran, took everything we dreamed of. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. Your laughter used to fill this room, now silence fills the space. I reach for what we had before, but it slips without a trace. The garden's overgrown with weeds where roses used to grow, and every step I take alone just reminds me what I know. We tried to hold the shifting sands, but time was never kind. Between the cracks, the truth was found, and what we left behind. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. Now the sunset's washing out the colors we once knew, and I'm learning how to live with all the spaces missing you. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. The porch light's dim, but still I'm here, holding on to time, listening close for what remains. Between the lines. The sun beats down on the cracked front porch. A weathered old sign swings creaking soft. Boots tapping slow on these faded boards. That's how we carry the stories forward. We grew up where the river bends slow, chasing fireflies under street lamp glows. Mama's voice calling from the kitchen door. Life was simple, but it meant so much more. Every old fence post and every grain of dirt holds a memory of dirt on hands and work. Footprints on old dusty roads. like a river flows, but some things stay and everybody knows. Footprints on old dusty roads, leading back to the place that molded our souls, where laughter and tears carved the years, and we learned to stand even when fear appeared. No flash, no glamour, just honest days, living small town life in a million ways. The sky so big, the heart so wide, in every goodbye there's a piece that's still high. Footprints on old dusty roads, leading back to the place that molded our souls, where laughter and tears carved the years, and we learned to stand even when fear pierced. We're just footprints on these old dusty roads, carrying home wherever life goes. The sun sank low behind the rolling hills, dust kicked up on that old gravel road. We laughed like nothing could ever break us, but something changed, and it showed. Remember that night down by the riverside, fireflies dancing, your hand found mine. The world felt wide but safe and warm, but the silence that followed felt cold and torn. We tried to hold time in our hands, but some things slipped through like grains of sand. I still see the smile that you wore before the quiet came and settled for more. When the lines got blurred between us two, words unsaid that only we knew, hearts that raced, then slowed down low, in the space where feelings just wouldn't grow. I wish I could turn back to that night before the day lost its light. Old photographs that we can't face, faded letters packed away in a case. Your laughter's echo in the back of my mind, but now it's a road that we left behind. We built a story on shifting sands, trying to catch what's gone from our hands. A crack in the picture, a frayed thread, still haunted by the things unsaid. When the goes on, the seasons change, but in my heart things feel the same. Slow town lights flicker as the clock ticks gone 10. I'm parked outside the diner where time has no end. The world's moved on without us, but here we remain, caught up in the quiet like a soft summer rain. You laugh about the plans we made back in New Orleans, smoke curling from your cigarette, your jeans torn at the seams. Jukebox hums an old tune, faint and steady clear, and you say let's just stay, 'cause we're still here. No promises to keep, no alarms for dawn, just this fading neon glow till the night's all but gone. So here's to the night nobody called us to leave, to stories retold neath the stars that won't grieve. We're frozen like photographs, nobody drew near. But tonight, my friend, we stayed 'cause we're still here. The sun will spin in dusty tunes from a time before. You tell me about dreams you've shelved like unopened doors. Cracked leather boot, 2 mugs half full of cheap beer, and your voice cracks when you say we're still here. No rush to the morning, no need to fight the clock, just sharing a moment that even time can't block. So here's to the night nobody called us to leave, to stories retold neath the stars that won't grieve. We're frozen like photographs, nobody drew near. But tonight, my friend, we stayed 'cause we're still here. Maybe it's just stubborn hearts, or the fear of goodbye, or maybe some nights are meant to stay tucked in sky high, with the radio low and the world out of sight. We're holding on to this old familiar life. So here's to the night nobody called us to leave, to stories retold neath the stars that won't grieve. We're frozen like photographs, nobody drew near. But tonight, my friend, we stayed 'cause we're still here. The sun will break eventually, pulling us apart, but for now, in the quiet, we're still here in the dark. hand in mine, warm against the cool night breeze. The radio plays some long forgotten tune. We laughed about how we missed the moon. That old diner where we stole our midnight coffee, neon signs flicker, painting you softly. We talked about running away from those small town lines, but every word felt like an old six-string rhyme. Time didn't rush, the stars stayed still. We promised we'd hold on to this thrill. On that night we stayed just a little longer, hearts young, beating stories stronger. Underneath the maple, sprawling arms, safe in the glow of old town charms. Those midnight roads let us nowhere fast, but some moments are made just to last. Your laugh danced in the cool nighttime air. We dreamed aloud without a single care. Passing headlights swept across your face. Every glance carved a time and place. Words were simple, but the feeling true. We held on tight as the hours flew. On that night we stayed just a little longer, hearts young, beating stories stronger. Underneath the maple, sprawling arms, safe in the glow of old town charms. Those midnight roads let us nowhere fast, but some moments are made just to last. Now years have passed and life has changed its tune. But when I hear that song, I'm back beneath the moon. Your smile still shines in that small town light. That night we stayed forever feels just right. On that night we stayed just a little longer, hearts young, beating stories stronger. Underneath the maple, sprawling arms, safe in the glow of old town charms. Those midnight roads let us nowhere fast, but some moments are made just to last. Laid wheels rolling down that gravel street. The night we stayed, young hearts complete. There's a house on the corner where the paint's worn thin. 2 coffee mugs still waiting where the morning would begin. stacked on the counter like mountains tall and steep. We laughed through the silence, promises we couldn't keep. Steak or saving grace, our pockets running dry. But we found a kind of treasure in the tears we didn't cry. Holding hands beside an empty jar, dreams slipping like sand from who we are. We broke, but we stayed through the dust and the grind. Found love in the cracks of a worn down mind. No gold to claim, no grand parade, just two souls that refuse to fade. Dinner's just a whisper of what we used to eat, but your smile's a feast. It's all I need to keep. The porch light flickers, but you're steady and bright. Our broken hearts mending in the soft country night. We broke, but we stayed through the dust and the grind. Found love in the cracks of a worn down mind. No gold to claim, no grand parade, just two souls that refuse to fade. Maybe we ain't rich in things or gold, but richer in the stories that we hold. Every scar and every fight are pages in our book that felt so right. We broke, but we stayed through the dust and the grind. Found love in the cracks of a worn down mind. No gold to claim, no grand parade, just two souls that refuse to fade. There's a house on the corner and it's standing tall. We ain't got much, but we've got it all. You're here in this quiet old house where the paint has seen better days. The air still holds the laughter and the tears that never went away. Dust settled on the windowsills like memories that time forgot. Every creak beneath the floorboards tells a story of what we lost. Your worn-out coat still hangs there by the door where you once stood, but I'm still searching for the reason why love stayed when we said goodbye. The clock keeps ticking, but the moments freeze inside these walls, and I'm haunted by the silence of your footsteps down the hall. This is the house that couldn't let go, where love still lives in every room. The walls remember every smile and every moment we once knew. Though you walked away, your shadow stays beneath these southern skies. The porch swing rocks on its own now, moved only by the evening breeze. I swear sometimes I feel you near in the rustle of the trees. Cupboard still holds your favorite mug, stained with the coffee you would drink, and I'm still tangled in the memories that won't let me think. I try to move, but something's chained inside this sacred space. Between the cracks and faded paint, I see the tears of your face. This is the house that couldn't let go, where love still lives in every room. The walls remember every smile and every moment we once knew. Though you walked away, your shadow stays like a song that never dies. In the house that couldn't let go, beneath these southern skies. Maybe someday the doors will open and the silence will finally break, but till then I'll keep living in the memories that won't forsake. This is the house that couldn't let go, where love still lives in every room. The walls remember every smile and every moment we once knew. Though you walked away, your shadow stays like a song that never dies. In the house that couldn't let go, beneath these southern skies. Here in this quiet old house, love's not gone at all. It's living where the heart has stayed, within these weathered walls. Sun sinks in the rear view, painting lines of burnt orange sky. But inside this dusty pickup, we're tangled in the reasons why. You said the nights got colder and the silence spoke so loud. I felt the distance growing like the thunder before the cloud. Your eyes, they held the stories of a fight not yet complete. But here beneath these fading stars, I'm still holding on to peace. I know we broke a little, but it ain't too late to mend. Lay down these old regrets and find a way to start again. When tomorrow calls our names, will we answer hand in hand? Walking through the wildfire, learning how to understand. Fighting ghosts behind the silence, breaking through the pain. Baby, we can find the sunrise when tomorrow calls our names. Remember that old farmhouse where the porch light still remains? We carved our names in wood through the summers and the rains. Though the past is a heavy load and the road ain't always clear, I'm chasing down the morning with the hope that you're still near. We've got scars that tell the stories, but our hearts beat just the same. It's never too late to fight for us when tomorrow calls our name. When tomorrow calls our names, will we answer hand in hand? Walking through the wildfire, learning how to understand. Fighting ghosts behind the silence, breaking through the pain. Baby, we can find the sunrise when tomorrow calls our names. Maybe love's a battle scar, a road we're forced to take, but every step together is a chance we both can make. Hold on to me, I'll hold on to you through the dust and pouring rain. 'Cause fighting for our story means there's everything to gain. When tomorrow calls our names, will we answer hand in hand? Walking through the wildfire, learning how to understand. Fighting ghosts behind the silence, breaking through the pain. Baby, we can find the sunrise when tomorrow calls our names. The night fades out to morning light, and with it all our blame. Standing here together now when tomorrow calls our names.